Hi guys, welcome to Pirelli. We haven't done a video in a while. Well, I haven't done a video in a while. Been pretty busy with life. Today I went to the dentist and I got a cavity filled. I thought I just broke my tooth, but apparently it was a cavity. Um, so I got it filled. So right now my mouth is a little bit sore. So if I sound kind of weird or off, that's why. So today I went to the dentist right after work, and I don't like going to the dentist. It makes me nervous and it gives me anxiety. So while they were out there drilling in my tooth and cleaning it out, it was like literally like playing with my hands, and the dentist kept trying to tell me to breathe because I guess he noticed that I was holding my breath at some point. I really don't like the noise and them being all up in my face. I feel like it's so weird that they're all in my mouth. But yeah, but the dentist that I went to was really nice. He talked me through the whole thing and like how things were gonna feel and how things were gonna sound, because I think he could tell that I was really nervous. I haven't gone to the dentist in a while. This is my first cavity I've ever had in my life that I can recall. So this was very new to me. So on another happy note, Oscar and I have decided we are going to Texas. We already booked our flight, so we're super excited. I'm super excited because, I've never been to Texas and my family's from there, and I know the state is huge, so I'm excited to see how everything is over there.
And then, obviously I know, but tell them what month are you gonna, actually, are we gonna go this year?
We're going in July. Mid-July. So I know it's hurricane tornado season, so hopefully we don't get blown away.
That's true. Or hopefully the Dodger game doesn't get rained out.
Oh yeah, because that's why we're going.
Well, that's the primary reason we're going, but we're gonna be out there about 5 days, so we have a couple other things in mind to do out there. And what would you say would be the thing that you're most excited about as far as so far what we planned? Because yeah, we've only planned for about half of the trip, because if you guys have noticed from other videos, she's disclosed to you guys that I'm very OCD, so I like to literally pre-plan an itinerary before we go on to any trips. That way we maximize our time in that destination. So from what we so far have, what are you most excited about so far?
I'm excited to check out the nightclub that we picked out. I can't recall exactly what it was called. I think it was
The Bottled Blonde.
yeah, that one. Because I saw it on Instagram and I was just like, oh, this looks poppin'.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm almost 40. So I'm just like, oh, hopefully we don't stick out. But then I'm also excited about the caves that we're gonna see.
Oh, the caverns?
Yeah, because I've never seen anything like that, like in person. Like I always see it on TV, National Geographic, whatever.
Yeah.
In science class.
Well, talking about science class, it was interesting that looking into one of the websites where we were gonna book with a particular tour company, that they mentioned that particular cave we're going to was discovered by some students, curious college students that were just like looking into places that technically hadn't been discovered, and then that's how they kind of stumbled upon what was beyond. I guess it was like they said it was like big boulders in the way, right? That they kept like pushing out the way, and
Yeah.
pushing and pushing, and then eventually they just got to where it was like it became really open in there, and they're like, oh damn, there's all this world down here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited about those things.
Yeah, cool. And then the only thing I'm personally not excited about is the fact that we're going in the arguably the hottest month of the season out there, summer, like July.
Oh yeah, I heard it's really humid over there, so hopefully we don't melt.
Yeah. So.
We're Californians. We don't do well in humidity or heat, for that matter.
Right. So yeah, right now we're in the process of well, not so much me, right? Honestly, no. It's more we're most in the process of trying to get Bailey here some new wardrobe to that can be more comfortable out there. Just because she doesn't have or you just basically need new stuff of certain items, right? Like for sure shorts.
Yeah, I was because I'm that kind of person that doesn't usually put myself first. So when it comes to like Oscar always tell me, "Oh, let's go and buy you these things," I'm just like, "Oh, we can do it later."
Yep, that is true. Cool.
And then I'm super excited because in a couple of days it's gonna be my birthday month, and I love my birthday.
That's right. Yeah, late May. Yeah. Cool. Do you know what you're doing yet for your birthday?
Right now, no, not exactly. But I do know that I'm gonna get to see my bestie sometime next month. So we'll get together and spend our bestie birthdays together because her birthday is like a couple of weeks after mine. So that turned out to be cool.
Cool. But then that's gonna be local, right? Like you guys are staying in town for that?
Yeah, we're gonna stay local.
Oh, got it. All
I
right.
think the world is not ready for us to be exploring together.
Yeah, because then you'll just start seeing mosh pits everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, her friends, her besties, I like to call her, she may not even know this, but if you're watching this or listening to this, Jackie, I like to think, if I were to classify you as a type of person you are, like, this person's a chola or that person's like what was I gonna say, like a little athlete type of person, and then you would be a death rocker, basically, just to get to the point.
It's crazy because I'm more into like pop and hip hop and stuff like that, and she really into rock and antiques and things like that, and haunted mansions and haunted cemeteries and so forth. And I'm just like, oh, that's scary. But I like to see it and hear about it.
But that goes to show that you don't necessarily, I mean, I think that's obviously known, but as far as like for specifically being best friends, you don't necessarily have to have all that in common to be best friends.
No, because when it comes to important things, we're both there for each other. Like when life happens, we know that we can count on each other to listen to each other. So I think that's what our relationship is based on, especially because I've known her for so long. So it's like we're sisters.
Yeah. That's good. Cool. Yeah, so if you guys like I mentioned earlier, we only have about half of the 5-day trip planned out. So if you guys have been there or happen to be watching from Texas, or this is any of her family watching from Texas, then definitely well, actually I think one of your aunts already has, right, told you about a couple spots, but
yeah,
just in case maybe one of her I don't know, children or husband hasn't got to getting around to giving you any suggestions, and definitely yeah, and just so you guys are aware, I guess it would help because Texas is huge, right? So we're more specifically gonna be in the cities, I would say primarily so it's gonna be primarily Dallas and Arlington, and then even Fort Worth, because those actually are all bordering each other, those three. And then we are gonna definitely drive out once we're out there to San Antonio area. So if you guys know anything in those areas or even maybe surrounding those areas, then definitely we will welcome any suggestions and stuff like that.
Oh, we're also gonna see a rodeo out there, so that's pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Hey, but I mean, you got to give credit where it's due. Who found that spot?
That was all you. I don't plan things out. I just go.
What was you? And I will give you credit. Is like, if anyone watching this knows me, you guys know that I'm always willing to pay a little more, if not splurge on certain experiences, especially even like seating at events. And so I was gonna get us pretty good tickets, but then Bailey got a little greedy because she normally doesn't really care. She just wants to be there. And once she saw that what I was willing to pay for was just like maybe a little more, I think it was like $10 each, a little more. She was like, "Oh, I want to be front row right there." And so it's like a little area where that's kind of a little, not necessarily a booth, but it's private in the sense that there's not going to be anyone sitting next to us. So that's always pretty dope when you can kind of have like feel like you have a space to yourself.
Yeah. So we're pretty excited about Texas. So like Oscar said, like let us know in those areas, surrounding areas that aren't too far from there, like things we could try, places we can eat, things we can explore, and things like that.
Yeah, and I guess lastly before we end this, I'll just go over a few that we do have. That way, we can avoid any sort of like repetitive places, like meaning something you guys would suggest that we actually already have. So we found out that apparently they have an international bowling museum and Hall of Fame out there. So we're definitely gonna be doing that. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna mention all of them, but I'm gonna just touch on maybe the main ones. Oh well, you already talked about the rodeo, which happens to be at the Cowtown Coliseum Stockyards, and that one's pretty dope because also if you guys are ever watching this, happy to because of the algorithm, you guys are like me and try to plan all this and get ideas from other YouTubers. Definitely look into Cowtown Coliseum Stockyards in Fort Worth because that's like basically like a big complex where they have a bunch of different experiences. Like they have that, the rodeo, then they have wasn't there like they have nights where it's like bull fighting or something like that, and then they also have the John Wayne American Experience and the Texas Rodeo Hall of Fame there. And then they have some like gun shows, remember? Like some old school Western gun shows. It's just that we looked into it. Unfortunately, I think the days that we wanted to go, they don't run those days, right? Or something like that. It was something that was going to prevent us from seeing it.
Yeah, I think it's only on the weekends.
On the weekends, yeah. And we're going during the day, yeah. Or I'm sorry, during the week to that particular place. We're happy to be going on a Thursday, and I think they only run Saturdays. And so we're going there. Obviously Globe Life Field, which is the Rangers Stadium for that Dodgers game. I don't think I mentioned food places, so I guess that one wasn't for sure, but I guess I'll say it just in case. We already have Rudy's Barbecue in mind, so that and then we're definitely gonna make every effort to go to the Sixth Floor Museum. If any of you guys aren't aware, that's basically the museum memorial for JFK's assassination. I guess you get to go up to the building where the shooter was basically located, and then I think the last food place I'll mention for now is one that Bailey found that sounds pretty appealing. It's Chris and John. Is it Chris and John's or is it Chris and John? Well, I don't know.
Chris and John's.
Chris and John's, which is a pretty cool fusion of Vietnamese food with a Mexican twist. So we thought that was definitely something to look into and to end up trying. And the last one I'll mention, just because Bailey did touch on it, was the particular caverns that we're thinking of going to out there are the ones in San Antonio, and that's gonna be the Natural Bridge Caverns. So yeah, but that way you guys can go off of those if you guys feel like you guys have any, then we already have those definitely in mind, and some of those even confirmed. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Right now I'm not feeling any numbness. It's just like soreness in my mouth, so I can't really. It's kind of hard
Of course,
for me
because
to
you
talk.
drank a beer.
I also ate.
So if her dentist is watching this, she drank beer
He said I can
shortly after the medication.
He said I can eat and drink normally. I just have to like. It takes me longer.
Yeah, he said you could drink normally, but did he say you could drink alcohol?
He didn't say what.
Uh,
So, and I'm not an alcoholic. So, and then anyways, so yeah, it even hurts. Like, I like to smile. Obviously, I'm always laughing in these videos somehow. It does hurt a little bit.
and then, when did you have any medication? Like, was it only for? Did he give you any? Like, it should go away, right? Meaning he didn't give you any like follow-up medication. Like, you don't have to take anything tomorrow morning, right?
No, I don't have to take any medication, any pain medication or anything like that, because it's just soreness. It's supposed to go away. Plus, I feel like every time I get prescribed medication, I don't feel it anyway, because I'm afraid that like I might get hooked on it.
Damn, I was about to buy some codeine off you.
And I was like, and I don't want to have to deal with that, so I just don't do it.
Cool. All right. Well, cool. Hopefully you continue to feel better. Obviously, you're smiling a little more than you were earlier when I picked you up, so it's always good to see that. And yeah, if your smile couldn't get any better, now it just did, you know. Yeah. You guys see it? Oh, so actually, right before we cut this off, you gotta give us a little Chester cat smile. There it is. Yep. All right. Cool. Well, anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and have a good night. Don't forget to share the video and obviously interact with it. So yeah, have a good one.